Hi, I'm Maleesa Smith, Managing Editor of Content Solutions here at HousingWire, and I'm joined today by CEO of Acra Lending, Keith Lind, to talk about how certain loan products are performing in today's market. Keith, thanks so much for joining us today. Mortgage rates are much higher than they were this time last year and continue to rise. With that in mind, what makes products like fix and flip loans and bridge loans so attractive to lenders right now?
Yeah, it's a great question. And post the housing crisis in 2008, 2009, and 10, builders really stopped building for about 3 years. So with that technical, we're short about 4 to 5 million homes in the U.S. And given that given the shortage, investors are out there fixing up and flipping properties, and it's much cheaper and more efficient to go rehab a house that's 35 or 40 years old, and get that back on the market in a much more efficient manner. So even though rates are higher, there's still profitability for these investors to be tackling these flips.
Let's hone in on bridge loans and fix and flip loans. How do they work, and what do you need to know before you implement them?
On the fix and flip side, they're definitely going to want to know our guidelines and the different products that we offer. That's going to be based off experience and leverage. But the first step in the process, after reviewing our guidelines, is we would provide the capital for them to acquire the home that they're looking to flip. And then secondly, we're going to also provide them with the capital to rehab that property. Secondly, on the bridge side, given how competitive the housing market is today, bridge loans, we can close them within 2 weeks. So as opposed to a normal loan, which could take upwards of 40 to 50 days, our bridge product is much more efficient. The interest rate is a little bit higher, but it tends to be very advantageous in such a competitive housing market.
How does Acra partner with its customers as they look to implement new products?
I think the customers need to decide which origination vertical they want to partner with Acra on. We have 3 verticals, starting first with our wholesale group, secondly, our correspondent group, and thirdly, our retail group. Within each of those groups, we have account executives where they'll have one-on-one access if needed, or we'll even provide tutorials for our accounts to understand not only our programs, but the process needed to fund loans with Acra Lending.
Well, Keith, it's been so great to hear more about fix and flip and bridge loans and how those are performing in today's market. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.